see the field just getting ready down here on the beach, and the little shore break with the tides just popped up a little bit.
Yeah, we've got had a low tide around lunchtime today. It's coming up now, up to a high tide later this afternoon, so it will fill in the waves, but it's been about 2 foot during the day. Some nice little waves coming through. It will break the field up. Today is all about 5 races, getting off to a good start, get yourself in a good position, and just a war of attrition by hanging in there. We knock out the back for every race.
Trevor Hendy is out on the water. He'll be keeping us across everything through the race. We are set for a start on Bondi. Away we go. You saw Zane Holmes there. He'll be looking to improve from Currumbin, and the boys flying out of the start because no one wants to be in that red zone come the end of the race.
Well, there's some great board paddlers in the field. Pierce Leonard, Zane Holmes, Shannon Eckstein's the current world champion. Kane Eckstein's been a world champion as well. But at the moment, it is Hamilton in front from Queensland, who's doing a fantastic job. One of the strongest board paddlers and probably the quickest guy in Australia out to a first can.
Fantastic. All important to get yourself set up in position at the start of this race. Guy Leach, looks like Atkinson also has made a good start. You can see the pink hair of Matty Poole in amongst the pack, but all important to get yourself positioned.
Yeah, fantastic start from Sam Hamilton. He's got at least a board length on the rest of the field. You can see it in the pink. That's Poole in 3rd position. Atkinson sitting pretty. Hugh Doherty's up there, which is no surprise. It's such a strong board paddler. And then it's where are the rest of the pack, because you want to be in the 16th through to 1st position because the last 4 get knocked out.
Tommy Atkinson, the 25-year-old from Queenscliff, is leading at the moment. There is Hugh Doherty in the yellow cap, and there is Kane Eckstein just starting to make his move in this first of 5 races.
That's right. You'll see swimming caps on a few of the boys. It's because the water is freezing. It's 16 degrees as we see Matty Poole with the pink hair and the pink board drive down this wave. There's a host of paddlers on this wave. 1, 2, 3. There's at least 8 of them out of the field of 20 that all caught this wave and sitting in a beautiful position. Which
means, of course, the second set of waves behind this group is the all-important red zone, the zone you don't want to be in. We lose 4 competitors. You see them in the back of the field there. 4 competitors from this 20. We start the next race at 16, but there are the front runners, and it's all about finishing in the top area but conserving as much energy as you can, Guy.
That's right, and then there's also the ability, if you win the race, you decide the first leg of the next race, which gives you an added advantage of knowing exactly what you're going to be doing and positioning yourself to give you the best race possible.
Matty Poole looks like he's leading them up the beach, and it's quite a long beach run you've set with this course, Guy Leach.
Yeah, it's about 100, 120, 130 metres. It's in soft sand. As you see Poole and Atkinson out in front. Now, Matty Poole is leading the Red Bull Rookie Award that we've got here for this season this year. Red Bull have been nice enough to offer $2,500 to the 23 and under male in this field that finishes the best in the series, and after Matty Poole having a 3rd in the first round, he's the guy in front in the Red Bull Rookie Award at the moment.
They're coming into the wave zone, and Trevor Hendy, it looks like Matt Poole's leading the field.
Well, it is Matty. We've lost Trevor, but Matty Poole is in front. He's swum through the bank. It's starting to fill in with the higher tide. So some waves are breaking, some aren't. You'll see a wave breaking. There's a wave breaking out the back, as you can see now to the back markers. But Matty Poole, what a great effort in the swim. He's kept the same form, Howie, going that he had from the first round with the Enduro, where he came in 3rd, and he is looking the goods at the moment.
Trev Hendy, you're right there in the action.
Yeah, right in the middle of it. It's actually pretty fantastic to watch. Kai Hurst came right through the field, looking really good. Shannon Eckstein went into that leg about 13th or 14th, and by the time they got to the first can, was in about 7th spot. Just looked so strong when he put the pedal to the metal. Kane Eckstein also strong. Corey Jones looking really good. And way at the back of the pack, Zane Holmes up at the front now, but way at the back of the pack, Mike Jane looking in trouble.
Was Trev, was Zane up there, or did he come from behind on a wave?
No, Zane was sitting in 2nd the whole time with Corey right behind that pool.
I don't think Shannon Eckstein would be too worried. He would just get through this race, won't he, and just make sure he's not in the back 4.
Yeah, no, Shannon looks actually very strong. The way he swam out then, it looked like he just had a bit of a problem in the board leg, and he just turned it on and away he went.
Well, Zane Holmes told me prior to the start of this race that he really wasn't too concerned about winning any one of the early races, any one of the 4 before the 5th race, because he didn't really care whether he got to choose what the first discipline was of the next race.
Zane Holmes leads from Hugh Doherty. Kai Hurst, as Trevor mentioned, a fantastic swim by him. Looks like he's in 3rd place. Matty Poole's back in 4th. Shannon Eckstein 5th. Kane Eckstein 6th. And it looks like Wesley Berg might be around about 7th position. The guys are jumping onto the ski leg, the final leg now, and the rating will really go, because those final 4, they're the boys that really need to lift, Guy.
Well, Pierce Leonard's back in 14th position. He's the current Australian Ironman champion, which is this sort of format, this short course format, which is quite surprising. Has come off back surgery and has been out for nearly a year. So he's sort of just getting his straps again and coming into a bit of form.
At this stage, it's Simpson, Hamilton, Murphy and Jones in the red zone. But out in front, the boys now know they're in a good position, although, as we've seen in this sport, you can't afford to take your foot off the pedal because you never know what the ocean's going to dish up.
But at the moment, as they go past me, Matt Poole looking great, Zane Holmes really good. Also Hugh Doherty sitting there quietly. Kane Eckstein, I think you'll see him just cruise through a few rounds before he really shows what he's here to do today. There's a bit of a clash at the cans and Rhys Drury's in the middle of that one. A few of the younger guys. Pierce Leonard is back. Leach, I heard you talk about Pierce Leonard. He was sitting in about 5th or 6th in the swim leg, so he must have got caught in no man's land on the way in.
Yeah, I saw he was up there in the board leg and looked quite comfortable in the swim. I think waves probably played against him. Isn't it good to see Kai Hurst back? What a heavyweight of our sport he's been for the past decade, and to have Kai Hurst racing well is good for Ironman sport.
Kai Hurst was unbeatable for a period there in Ironman racing, and he was the guy that you couldn't get close to. He can get back to that. Shannon Eckstein's taken it to a whole other level. But Kai's looking at him. I know he's trained so hard in the last 2 weeks, had a change of coaches, and he's got really frustrated with himself. He's done so much work, about 4 sessions the day after the last race.
Well, Trev, a great wave being pulled by both Pooley and Zane Holmes. So they've made a big gap on the rest of the pack and are sitting pretty coming into the beach.
So it is Zane Holmes. He had some trouble in the lead up. He broke a finger out in the surf. That slowed him down a little bit. Matty Poole's just got a little bit sideways as he's trying to get off his ski. And just...
He's come off now. That's not good for him. The rest of the field's coming through. Now he has to decide what he's going to do. He'll probably get off and try to run it in because he's not going to turn his ski around. You don't have to. If you get your ski past the 3rd turning buoy, you can come in swimming if you have to.
It's a tough little shore break. We saw Elizabeth Plumers earlier on in the day in the women's race have a few concerns there in the beach break.
Yeah, it's certainly a little bit trickier than what it actually looks. It's only about 2 foot breaking on the bank there, but because there's a bit of a drag down the beach with that northeast wind, it's causing a little bit of concern and making the athletes look like they're not in control of their craft, but it's because of the actual drag.
Well, this looks like a statement by Zane Holmes. He was disappointed after Currumbin. He's conserving as much energy as he can. He takes out the first leg here. All that, though, does is guarantee him a spot in the next round, and he can pick which leg he'll start with.
Well, Wesley Berg's come in. Also, Matty Poole in there as well. Hugh Doherty, Kane Eckstein's looking good. Kai Hurst, as we said before. Shannon Eckstein's just cruised through. Corey Jones is great over the short course. Rhys Drury, good to see you there. Ali Day, who had such a good first race. Dylan Newbiggin. Also Mitch Miller, good to see you. He's only 17 years of age. Minogue, Leonard just scraped in. And lucky Sam Hamilton has got the last spot.
The final 4 boys will be getting the cut from this event. It looks like Simpson will be missing out, and we'll continue after the break with a full update of the first round here at Bondi. We lose 4 after the break. We'll be set for round 2 of the Eliminator at Bondi Beach.